So we introduced this day whether or not we cover it in a given year. It's just taking volume of cylinders, cones, and spheres and applying it to real world objects. So for instance, we're just going to refresh our memory on the formulas. Remember, on the star chart, for the volume of a cylinder, they just give me V equals area of the base times the height, which then we replace the area of the base with the area of a circle. So that's pi r squared h. And same thing for cone. They give me 1/3 BH, which then we replace the area of the base with pi r squared, so we get 1/3 pi r squared h. And the sphere part, they do give me 4/3 pi r cubed, but then I have to remember, if they ever give me a hemisphere, which is half a sphere, I would divide by 2, my answer, okay? Number 1, the gift shop of a science museum sells lollipops that are made to look like planets. So if you know, a planet is spherical, which means it's a sphere. Each lollipop has a radius of 12 millimeters. Find the volume to the nearest tenths. So they did give me the radius, which means I do not need to cut 12 in half. It did mention planet, so I have to know from my prior knowledge that a lollipop or a planet is a sphere shape. So we're going to use 4/3 pi times 12 cubed. So again, it's just taking kind of what our background knowledge may be about lollipops, about planets. And so it doesn't mention anything about cutting this planet in half. So my answer is 7,238.20, because it rounded to the tenths place. And that would be millimeters cubed. Okay. Number 2, a bass drum has diameter of 22 inches and is 18 inches deep. Find the volume of this drum round to the nearest tenth. So nowhere does it mention which shape, but if you have any knowledge of what a drum looks like, it is a cylinder shape. So we're going to use pi r squared h. They did give me the diameter, so I do have to cut 22 in half and use 11. So we're going to do pi times 11 squared times 18. And again, I only knew it was a cylinder because of the clue that they gave me, which is a drum. Again, you just have to know what shapes those imply. And my answer is 6,842.4, since they wanted me to round to the tenths place, inches cubed. A party hat has a diameter of 6 centimeters and a height of 15 centimeters. Find the volume of the hat to the nearest tenths place. So they gave me the diameter, which means I need to cut 6 in half and use 3. A party hat, as you know, is kind of a cone, or is a cone shape. So we're going to be using 1/3 times pi times 3 squared times the height, which is 15. Oh gosh. Whew, slow down. Okay. And so my answer is 141.4, because it wanted us to round to the tenths place, like that. Number 4, a hairspray can has a height of 11 inches and a radius of 2. They gave me the radius, so I don't need to cut it in half. Find the volume of the can of the hairspray to the nearest tenths. A hairspray can is a cylinder, so we're going to use pi times 2 squared times 11. Rounded to the tenths place, so 138.2 inches cubed. Ariel is filling a giant beach ball with air. The diameter is 30 centimeters. Find the volume to the nearest tenths. So they did give me the diameter, which means I need to cut 30 in half, and we're going to use 15 instead. The beach ball tells us that it is a sphere, so it's 4/3 times pi times 15 cubed. Again, beach ball, just knowing that it's spherical and not a cylinder or a cone, which you don't ever see that shape. And so it doesn't mention cutting it in half or anything. So my answer is 14,137.2 centimeters cubed. A traffic cone has a radius of 8 inches and a height of 24 inches. Find the volume to the nearest tenths. It gave me the radius, so I do not need to cut the 8 in half. A traffic cone, it literally tells you that it is a cone. So 1/3 times pi times 8 squared times 24. And so that one is 1,608.5 inches cubed. And there it is.